Hello YouTube! Yesterday I decided to get a little organized with all my soldering equipment. Usually if I want to solder something, I gotta search through the garage for all my soldering crap. And it's a pretty uneasy task, let me tell you. And I got all my soldering crap together and I put it all in one container so it's easy to find. This is an old Tupperware container that my mom was ready to throw out before the kitchen remodel. I mean, we threw away a lot of stuff, but this is one of the good things that was ready to be thrown out, and I saved it. And it's got a lid here, and I'll show you everything that's inside of it. Here's a piece of oak molding that I would use to rest the soldering iron on to prevent burning of tables. And here's an old sock that I could wet down and clean the soldering tip with it. Here's some rags. And here is my antique long soldering iron. This thing is pretty huge. I paid $1 for this at a rummage sale. It's got a fabric cord. It works pretty damn good. I mean, the tip, the stick, is so big that you could use it to impregnate a woman. Haha. But yeah, this thing works pretty good. I got it for $1, I think, at a rummage sale. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. And a lot of my tools, about 85% of the tools in my garage I bought at rummage sales. And here's some solder. Some of this solder I got when purchasing soldering irons at rummage sales. I got the soldering iron and solder as a lot. And here's another pretty old roll. Kester solder, plastic resin core, rosin core, OT. Here's some weird odd solder in a roll. This roll, my mom got at her work. They were getting rid of all the lead solder at her work because of the dangers. They replaced all the lead solder at her work with lead-free solder, and she brought this roll home, and it works. What the hell? It's free. Here's a roll of electrical tape. Here's a Weller Jr. soldering gun. It was working for a slight bit yesterday, but it stopped working. I think the tip needs to be replaced. Yeah, it just didn't want to heat up really. And here's a dish to put solder balls in. And here's my Craftsman 200 soldering gun. I got this at a rummage sale with a bunch of solder for like $5. It needs a couple screws on the back. The casing's coming apart, but I'll go to the local True Value store and pick up some longer screws and some washers so I could refit it on there. Refit the casing back on. Here's some odd solder, again at a rummage sale. Here's a utility knife that I had around the garage that I put in here. It would be good for like scraping joints, scraping the solder joints clean, or scraping the terminals clean, or whatever. Here's a odd screwdriver that I had laying around. Here's some solder wick. My mom picked this up for me at her work. Where she works, they make controls for like large like commercial appliances. And here's some Craftsman tips for the Craftsman soldering gun, which came with the soldering iron. Spare tips. And here's the instructions for the Craftsman soldering gun. And here's some soldering paste or flux in a baby jar, which again came from a rummage sale. And yeah, usually 85% of the tools in my garage I got at rummage sales or garage sales or estate sales. About less than 10 or 15% I bought new. This is one of my garage sale tool finds. This is a 12-inch crescent wrench. I got this for $2. This thing is pretty cool. Matter of fact, my brother used it to loosen up the stove connection on our gas stove before the kitchen remodel. And usually, if you're searching around for crescent wrenches at a rummage sale, make sure the jaws clamp tightly like this. Sometimes they don't close all the way. Yeah, but this thing is pretty cool. I got another one like this, except for it's like a I think it's a Diamond brand, but it's also pretty good. Not as good as this one, but it's also pretty good. And that concludes this video, and I sure hope you enjoyed it. Bye.